Good morning, guys. Good morning from Lucca, Italy. So I have recently finished the Camino de Santiago on the Portuguese coastal way. Spent 3 weeks living at my favorite private albergue. And now I've finally made it to Italy and I'm gonna start the Via Francigena. So I flew from Porto to Pisa. I think it was like under 40 euros for the flight. So really good, and I got to see the Leaning Tower of Pisa, try some amazing gelato, try some really good pizza in Pisa, and I really liked that town, even though I only spent a few hours. And then I took the train from Pisa to Lucca, which is where I'm beginning my pilgrimage. And I'm so sleep deprived, and I really need to get organized. So today my plan is, because it's Saturday, I'm going grocery shopping. The grocery store is right there. I'm about to head inside. I just went to an ATM to get cash out. I need to get a SIM card so that I can communicate with the accommodations. Here it's a little bit different than on the Camino, so they're called hospitals or donativos, and actually it's such a blessing. Thank you, Italy. I stayed in my first proper donativo last night. There's just a little thing on the wall that says donation, so you don't pay anyone at check-in, you just donate when you leave in the morning, and that was so nice. Donate what you can, and that's what it says on their sign. It says, please donate to the best of your ability. So I was really grateful for that. And actually where I'm staying tonight, I was able to contact them on WhatsApp, and they are holding a bed for me, and they are also a donativo, and they provide linens and dinner and breakfast, and it's donation based. So far I'm finding the Via Francigena very hospitable to pilgrims and very budget friendly. So I'm gonna go grocery shopping, and then yeah, today I think I'm walking under 20 kilometers to a town. Not sure the name of it, but we'll learn as we go, right? So let's go. It's a little bit more expensive here than in Portugal, but not much. I think it's like 1 or 150 in Portugal. Gotta get coffee. Still quite sleepy here. I think there were some big parties last night because the first little plaza I came to had a lot of bars around and lots of drinks and stuff. Trash cans overflowing, but of course they come out in the morning and they clean it up and get a good refresh for the day. Oh, this is where I had my cappuccino and croissant. That was butchered that. Croissant? I'm just gonna say it like an American. My croissant. Here at this little bar. I sat inside because it was so cold this morning. It was like 7:30 when I got started. But it's Bar Frediano next to this beautiful church with their mosaic facade. And I recommend. And they're getting set up for, looks like, a farmer's market or artisan market. Oh, I love this. I saw this last night. Look. Basta. Gelateria. Delicious. Pizzeria.
Già,
Ma sono uno solo?
a Uzzano e pesce sì.
Allora non ce la faceva neanche materialmente.
Sì.
Okay, if you want to call me, that's my Italian number. I'm like, can I read that? 333298765 So I got my groceries, I got my SIM card, I got cash out. Running errands in Lucca has been very good, and the last step was that I needed to get my Pilgrim passport or credential, and I got it. I just went to the museum of the cathedral, which is right over there. Nope, is that the one? Over there. So this is the cathedral, this is the museum, and that little building there. For €8 you can get your Pilgrim passport or your credential, and it actually gives you free admission to the museum. I mean, not the museum, to the cathedral. Gives you free admission to the cathedral, which is right there. So I guess I'm gonna go see that. Also, see those fountains, or that one fountain over there? They have good water. This woman is filling up her bottles right now, and they're all over Italy. So I just filled up my bottle, not from this fountain, from those like that. So far, I really like this piece here. Let's see if I can go in. I'm so glad they let me come in because I'm wearing wearing shorts today and they're very short. And there was a sign that said no shorts, but they were gracious. I'm pretty sure I just stepped on to the official route. Headed towards Altopascio. I think that's how you say it, but I haven't heard anyone else say it, so that's just my pronunciation from looking at the word. Oh, how cute. I don't see any shells. There's of course not going to be shells. It's not a camino, but they have the little symbol of the Pilgrim for their logo, and I haven't seen one yet, but I'm hopeful. Lots of beautiful smiley people though. You're fine. You're totally fine. You're part of the ambiance.
Okay. I was just saying, I've never been told I was part of the ambiance. I'm so honored.
This is goodbye to Lucca. I'm walking outside of the walls. The music is very appropriate. Yes! Let's go! I am officially under the Tuscan sun, which is my eat, pray, love. Oh, my olives! Look at them! Can you see? They're dark. So cool. It's not very picturesque right now, but I have read that the first stage from Lucca to Rome in Tuscany is industrial. So I've heard it's literally the pits. Not to expect anything. It's like road walking and industry. So this is nice. Like, it's not bad, but I think from now on it will be better. Or not from now, but from tomorrow on it will be better. We're doing it. That's where I'm going next, Altopascio, and that's where I'm going ultimately. You understand? Also, I've noticed people give more space in Italy compared to the Camino in Spain and Portugal. The cars are pretty considerate here, giving you a wide berth and slowing down. Wow. Look how wow, I think this is a glider. They have some amazing persimmons here. I hope I get to eat one. You guys get to feast, I bet. I was just looking at the map and I am so close to Florence, and I've always been curious about it because I've heard such mixed things. The first thing I heard about it was that someone really didn't like it, and then I mostly hear that people really do like it. And the woman sitting next to me on the plane, she was so sweet to talk to me and calm my fears, but she loves Florence. And so she was talking all about it, and that's where I think her and her friend were headed. So it would be like a 30-minute train ride from one of the little villages I'm going to, and it would cost like maybe €6 to get there and back, both ways included, is my guess, based on what I paid from Pisa to Lucca. So it's like, do I want to see Florence for €7? Duh! I wasn't planning on it, but now that I see how close I am, I think I should go for it. A seesaw. Or teeter-totter. This is one of the sights for today. I like that the Via Francigena app tells you what you will pass and its significance. We got a whole sign. Amazing. Do you remember looking at the stonework with me in Portugal? Look at this. Very unique. And up ahead we have the it's official. I'm going the right way. Thoughtful. Zone of limited traffic. I think that's what that says, and I appreciate it. Someone put arrows. Someone put arrows on their house. Starting to feel real. Via Francigena. Reviving an ancient route. Wow. So this is just the full Italian portion. It starts in the UK, goes through like, I'm not sure, 4 or 5 European countries, right in the heart of Europe. But in Italy, I guess Pontremole, probably butchered that, is the first town in Italy, but I started from here in Lucca, And oh yeah, it has all the way down to Roma. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. Okay, this is exactly what I'm gonna do. Lucca to Altopascio today. Oh boy. So yeah, nothing too bad actually. The longest is 32.7. Is that right? I skimmed it. Oh, this is so cool. Okay, you might be wondering about other pilgrims. When I got to my accommodation last night, that was such a blessing that they let me in after they had already closed. Thank you, Leonardo. Of course, there were pilgrims in the room. I saw like 2 or 3, but I think everyone else was out having dinner or getting drinks or whatever, because I think it was just about full whenever I went to sleep. And then I've seen a lot of bicyclists, probably like 30 past me. And then these are my first 2 pilgrims that I've seen on the route. That's so cool. I thought I would be alone because I got such a late start today. I actually woke up early, but I had all those errands to run in Lucca and I wanted to see it. So I didn't start walking on the Via Francigena until noon. But yeah, I've got company. Isn't that cool? I just saw this sweet lady, probably in her 80s, out checking her mail. And she looked at me and she waved like this, kind of like how I wave. Big cheesy grin and like a kid. And then she just said, "Sei bella." I think bella means beautiful, so I just said grazie. And then she said some other sentence I didn't understand. And then she said, "Sei bella." And I said grazie. Okay, so here I'm meant to take a right. I know that because I just looked at the map, but there's no sign. Yeah, if I wasn't looking at the map, I would have definitely missed that one too. So interesting, look. I'm gonna have a sandals tan. These birds are strange. What are they? Francigena realism. It's all real, but this is real too. That is the largest small town cathedral I've ever seen.
That's a good idea.
That's where I'm staying. This is Uli. And Nadia.
We would have come. Thought about asking for.
Yeah, this looks so cool.
Amici, Roberta. Okay. This is for you. This is. Oh.
It's so good.
Lì, è il bidone.
Look at
Esatto. Sì, sotto pantalone.
Roberta is providing us with dinner.
Sì, una coppia.
Camino,
Due coreani. Ovunque.
Sì,
Sai come
ah,
va?
cioè, loro
Esci.
Ma sempre più piccolo.
io non
Fidati, vai tranquillo, non importa. È bello, una più grande e una più piccola, è meraviglioso. Ma va? Dividila in tre.
Sì.
Sì.
That's mine. This first section has been so amazing, and not so much for the walk, but for the hospitality. I am just blown away. The ospitale is called San Pietro, St. Peter, and it's right on the route, so you will see it. And I think there was one free bed in our room last night, and this is in October. So yeah, definitely look up Ospitale San Pietro from the first stage, Lucca to Altopascio. It's 2 kilometers before Altopascio. It's kind of just in the middle of fields, and it's got this beautiful cathedral connected to it that you can see through a little window right outside the dorm. It's connected, like it's one building. And then the dormitory areas and reception has been redone and restored so beautifully. But the most meaningful thing to me, besides the amazing attention and hospitality of the volunteers and the hosts has been just the way that God has shown me that He's with me and He's guided me here. And this may seem little to you, but it's so significant to me. So the entire Camino Portuguese, I was looking for bay leaf. It's one of my favorite smells. It's the one that you cook with, bay leaf, but it grows obviously on trees. And I love this smell. And I kept thinking that I was smelling it, and I would test the tree, and I don't think I found it, but maybe once on the Camino Portuguese, and I wasn't even 100% sure because it's such a strong, like, beautiful scent. And literally we sat down at the reception with Roberta, and she has a little vase next to where she checks you in, and she took 3 leaves off these stems in the vase, and she hole punched each of them, and a little heart shape came out of each leaf, and then she put the 3 tiny little, like, pinky nail sized leaf hearts into a jar, and she had hundreds of them in there, and they were from each pilgrim who had stayed here. And then I smelled something, and I was like, is that bay leaf? And she said, I don't know the word in English, but in Italian it's alloro. Alloro. And I picked up the leaf. She took the heart. I took the leaf with the heart-shaped hole. And I smelled it, and I was like, that's bay leaf. I've been trying to find this beautiful plant to smell its leaves, and here I am on the next part of my journey, you know, always wondering, am I on the right track? And I feel like God was just like, you're on the right track. This was the desire of your heart, and here it is in the most, like, uniquely special way. So that just sent me. I was honestly so emotional at that moment, but it was hard. Like, I didn't even try to explain the significance. I just said, this is a beautiful gesture, you know, thank you. And then, yeah, it's just a beautiful place. Dinner was amazing, so abundant too. We had pasta and potatoes and meat and wine and bread, and then also breakfast this morning was just so nice, like really fine meats and cheeses and yogurts and fruit and homemade jams. So highly recommend staying here and the Via Francigena in general. I fell in love with the Camino de Santiago, but I am over the moon about the Via Francigena. So good, guys. Okay, I'm gonna end this here. Thank you for watching, and I will see you in the next one.